Go, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set, 180. 56. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield forced out to his left. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield on play action. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's into the clear. 30, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 9 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
1, Omaha.
55.
Hey, echo.
55.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Alert 3.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Keystone, travel.
Watch out.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Browns first down.
180.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
12.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Goodwin. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room.
Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go. 180.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Here's Breida. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, we got right. We got right.
We own them. We own them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, Browns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Number 6, Baker Mayfield on the keeper. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Watch.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
First down, Cleveland.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the counter, Hunt. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Got to do better.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Here we go.
Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them to football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Mayfield finding Beckham and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
180. Regular.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now it's Hunt. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's...
And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Intended for Jarrett McKinnon. Incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Brown. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21. Topper!
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
White.
You got tight right there.
13.
They'll toss it to Breida. Running right through him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 38, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Come on, the ball. Shoot. Hey, watch it.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Garoppolo steps away to his left, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
I got you. I got you.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Garoppolo now. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yo.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield keeps himself up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. D. Ford, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it here with Hunt. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way down to the 26. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 26.
1st down, Cleveland.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield going for it all. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Blitz coming And down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back, back, back. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.